We're not ready. Okay. Okay, guys.
It's only what you got in the form of the...
Get on here. This is the fourth video. This is the fourth time I've changed my hair up. When your man said he wanted to see different people. Which one of us you trying to see today? Okay. Alright, anyway, being very serious. So today I wanted to talk about I probably won't be able to stay still because my chair spins. And there's an ottoman right here. So I'm gonna be moving. Anyway. So shit, the ottoman is moving too? Oh well. Today I'm probably gonna be talking about dealing with anxiety in college. For those of you who don't know, because I most definitely did like to do a get to know me Q&A intro video to my channel. I really just jumped right into it. So for those of you who don't know, I am a senior. I'm a graduating senior at North Carolina A&T. I am a professional English student, so I write and analyze and, you know, work on linguistics all day. So pretty much within my major, it is a lot of, like I said, reading, writing, the things that a lot of people don't want to do in their collegiate career, I do. And it's extremely stressful. I did not start experiencing anxiety as soon as I got into college. I had anxiety prior to. However, my anxiety, it wasn't that bad until recently. And I mean to the point where, you know, I was, you know, crying in the bottom of my shower a lot. We can do a little vignette later. However, I know in college a lot of people experience anxiety, you know, deadlines, trying to balance, you know, work if you have a job, your social life. Like I said, I've had anxiety, an anxiety condition or a panic condition, whatever you want to call it, for a few years now. And like I said, normally I could just drink a glass of wine, fall asleep, I'll be fine, or I'll just, you know, dabble in some type of herbal relief. Isaiah will call it his medicine, if you know. But I got to the point where I didn't want to become dependent on wine or dependent on weed to calm my nerves. And yeah, so I don't want to say I had like a mild case of, damn it, chair, a mild case of anxiety, but it most definitely, okay, we can say it went from mild to severe in a matter of weeks. And I blame Isaiah. When in doubt, blame Isaiah. I would say it was a joke, but I feel like he did trigger it. So if you're watching, you know I love you. But anyway, Isaiah, it was in February, so around, let me get dates for you, because me and Leah had a massacre on Valentine's Day, so let's see. Okay, so the end of, let me see, January, maybe, yeah, the last week, and going into maybe like the 1st and the 2nd of February, Isaiah was in a car accident. And when he called me about the accident, he sounded so helpless. And the only thing I heard was, I've been in an accident, I'm at the hospital. And, you know, if y'all can tell from my videos, Isaiah is very loud and exuberant all the time. This was completely different. So, listening to him, and he sounded like that. And, you know, mind you, I wasn't on anything to calm or ease my anxiety. So when he called me, I was like, oh, shit, let me go before something tragic happens, you know. So I called Chris, and I couldn't really make out what Isaiah said anyway. If you know, like I said, listening to Isaiah speak, he can make an entire sentence one word. So there's my struggle right there. He speaks really fast. So this time I couldn't make out what he was saying, and he kept saying the name of the hospital. Was it Moses? No. I think it was Wesley Long, because I went to Moses Cone. I don't know. Anyway, so he called, and I couldn't make out the hospital, so I called Chris. Chris didn't know. Leah didn't know. So I finally found out the name of the hospital. I get to the hospital, and he's there in the floor. Fetal position, shirt wet from crying. But anyway, I digress. So his accident was literally the straw that broke the camel's back. From that point on, I called my mom. As a matter of fact, even prior to speaking with my mother, I talked to Leah about it, and I was like, hey, I'm really anxious. Like, my anxiety is through the roof. I've been a mess lately. And, you know, like I said, between his accident, between school, I'm about to graduate. That's a stress case within itself. Trying to find a job once you graduate, or internships and things of such. Then, you know, my complex is tripping. As you can see, I'm in a new place. So it is, everything was coming at once, and my body did not know how to handle it. And then maybe on the 13th, it was the 13th, I believe. The 13th, it was the 14th. I lied. It was the 14th, because I went to the hospital that night after I came back. Okay, yes. So the 13th, I lied. The 14th, I was coming back home from class. As I turned into my parking lot, I was starting to have a paresthesia panic attack. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically like having an anxiety attack or a panic attack, but instead of, well, along with the heavy breathing, it goes after your nervous system. So the left side of my brain will have like a pins and needles type of sensation. You know, like when your foot falls asleep and you stand up, and it's like that, kind of like the sharp, the consistent sharp pain, and like the burning, and it's a lot. So I get that on the left side of my brain, and all I remember is I was literally having a conversation with my mother, like I'm conversing right now in this video, and I said, Mom, I'm about to have a type of panic attack. Next thing you know, my heart rate was through the roof. Nothing would solve it. So I'm thinking, you know, maybe once I park my car, I'll sit for a little bit, stand, regroup, you know. When I go outside sometimes and my anxiety, you know, was bad, it would help. So I'm parking my car, and I'm talking to my mother, and I stand up, and my heart rate had to be maybe like 130. And I didn't know what to do. Like I said, it had been years since I've had a bad paresthesia episode as such. So, and of course in the moment you can't help but panic, because you know, your brain is acting crazy and your heart rate is pumping, and you're like, oh my God, am I finna die? So that is what happened. So after that, I came inside of my apartment. I tried to cook something. Still on the phone with my mom. She's not gonna hang up. She's not gonna leave me. So still on the phone with my mom. I felt another one happening. So as I am in the middle of another paresthesia attack, I drop my phone and I go lay down. A few minutes go by, and you know, my mom was at the point of, you know, I need to contact, you know, Isaiah, Chris, Leah, and they all come over. You know, this is over maybe like a 2 or 3 hour span. So once they come over, they're like, you know, I don't want you staying by yourself tonight. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, get you out. So Isaiah and Chris came. We went to walk. This is my vignette I was saying I was gonna go into. So, as you know, we're outside walking. I feel better because they're the most goofiest people I've ever met in my life. So we're laughing, we're joking. It's okay. And it didn't stop. It didn't ease up. So now at this point, I'm like, okay, something is seriously wrong. And when you have that, something is seriously wrong, it does not help. It makes things worse. However, it eased up a little bit, not a lot. It eased up a little bit. So being around your friends, you know, if you're all laughing and joking, of course, you know, you're not gonna panic. But like I said, it was still there, but it was not as severe. So we went to, what did we go to on campus? Christopher mimed on campus. I'm trying to figure out what it was for. Anyway, he mimed on campus. He did a really great job. You know, sometimes he knows Jesus, other times we have to pray for him. Most of the times we have to pray for him. Y'all just keep lifted up. So, that night I went to the hospital because I could not control it. I could not get it together. And they prescribed me something and it got me high as kite. Did I like it? In the moment, of course I did. But then I woke up at 3 o'clock that morning and, you know, that's what's wrong. Granted, they did check me out. I was completely fine. It was just my anxiety and, you know, it was extremely bad. So the next day I drove home because it was not easing up. So Jada, myself, and Bree, we all drove home to Virginia. Jada and I drove in shifts. And I went and got checked out and they put me on something. So since then, I've been fine, I've been okay. However, it is a struggle. It is most definitely a struggle. Hold on, my eye itches. This pollen, y'all, I'm telling you. It's pollen out here trying to kill people. It's lethal. But, yeah, it's most definitely a struggle. Sometimes I feel myself getting anxious, but because of whatever, it never like comes to a full-blown attack, and I'm okay with that. You know, that's perfect for me. But like I said, it's most definitely a struggle, and I try not to be like Debbie Downer all the time, but I notice when I'm in a friend group, so they know I'm the old ladies. That's completely fine with me. Basically, now I want to say I'm more open with the friend group that I have now. Outside of, you know, my mother, outside of my mom, I have to allow myself to be open more. Before, you know, I was just talking to my mom about it and I would be around my friends and I wouldn't say anything. Now I'm at the point of I will call Maya, I will call Leah, I will, you know, talk to Chris, Isaiah about it. I'm very open. Well, I wouldn't say completely open, but I'm more transparent than what I was. And that's because they've seen me at my lowest. So, you know, Chris and Isaiah, I was on the sink crying when they came. So, yeah, it's very... It's very hard to do it alone, to deal with this alone. So, and I realized that. So, now, I fall back on my friends more. Especially Maya and Leah. They most definitely keep me... One, I know they keep me in prayer. If your friends don't pray for you, you need new friends, but... And then my God baby, my sweet pea, literally she's helped in so many ways. She's a funny kid, and then she's so cute, and she's so adorable, and she's so sassy. But yeah, Corey, Maya, and Leah, they have most definitely helped me cope with this, as well as everyone else. You know, Caroline, Chris, Isaiah, Jarrell, Jose, Maria, Shan, the whole gang. But it is, like I said, it's challenging to deal with, especially in college. So I wrote down some things. Because like I said, I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. And like I said, it's truly and honestly, it's a struggle. From me waking up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to having to sit in the bottom of my shower to try to calm myself down and go to sleep, to me, I used to, I don't want to say not eat because it's going to sound drastic, but I wouldn't have an appetite to eat because I was always anxious, and when you're super anxious, you don't really have an appetite. And it, you know, it really, it shook me up. But like I said, I'm in a better space now. I'm still a stress case, and that's just from, I'm about to graduate. I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to send invites out. I'm trying to do a whole bunch of things at one time, along with, oh, I just bit my cheek. Okay, my mouth feels better. Anyway, so, yeah, well, I lied, it hurts. Anyway, I would most definitely recommend, to have a great support system, whether it is from your family, your friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, dog. Listen, I lean on Cinnamon all the time. Cinnamon is a medium, I consider her medium-sized pit bull. That's my cuddle buddy. I hug up on her, I love on her, to the point where she gets aggravated with me and she'll leave. But that is most definitely one of my, she's a comfort zone for me. She's a safe haven for me because she can't talk back. So when I'm venting, or you know, if I'm having a rough night and I'm feeling anxious when I go home, what's she gonna do? Get up and walk away. Guess what? I'm gonna follow her. Period. But that's it. She a dog. She ain't going nowhere but outside and back. And she lazy, so she's a part of my support system as well. So like I said, yes, a solid support system will help you in more ways than just one. Like I said, I went from crying by myself to maybe 3 or 4 days out the week to now I'm calling Maya, I'm calling Leah, I'm calling my mother now, Chris, Isaiah, Caroline. I'm calling them because they know, and I allow myself to be transparent with them. So yeah, that's number one. Support, a solid support system. You're gonna need it. Pause. My aunties. Wait. Listen. Between my auntie A and my auntie Dale. Auntie Dale is my shooter. She know if I call her, if I need her, she gonna come. Auntie A, she often sends me things like throughout the week. Just, you know, she sees a post or something that, you know, says it'll help with anxiety and things like that. She will send it to me. We'll converse about it, things like that. So they are part of my support system. They are top tier support system. Okay, because I've had, you know, circumstances where I needed someone here immediately because I was not being transparent with my friends at the time. And they drove 3 hours to be here with me when I needed them. Shania and Naya, they were here. They showed up. So like I said, a solid foundation. They are my foundation. They are my village. You know, my friends and my family is solid. That's what you need. And understand that you are not the only person going through this, nor will you ever be the only person to go through something like this. Gotta make sure I'm not going to leave for class. So yeah, like I said, you have to understand that this is common, especially if you're in college. But allow yourself to open up to someone who is going to be willing to help you. Not everybody's gonna be there for you like they said they would. I promise you. But God will align everything to happen in perfect peace. So just take your time with it. I feel like I don't want to say I came crashing down because that sounds drastic, but I most definitely went down quickly because I did not sit and process everything. But yeah, allow yourself to be vulnerable with circumstances like this because it's not easy. And I know for a while I was a bitch because I most definitely did not have the mental capacity to allow myself to be vulnerable. But now that I do it, I'm nicer. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all in my next video. I hope y'all have a great day. Ew, I look so cheesy. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.